Hello and welcome to this video counting down 5 new features for Days Gone 2. Now, I actually made another video a while ago about 5 cool things to include in a sequel for Days Gone. It has a list of other stuff it might be good to include in the next game if one were to be developed. If you haven't watched that video, you're quite welcome to. It's available here. However, it's not required viewing before watching this video, so don't feel you have to. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Number 5. More varied environments. One of the most impressive features Days Gone has to offer is the environments in which you play. They're vast, beautiful and realistic. However, they're also almost exclusively rural, so the inclusion of more urbanised areas such as large cities would be a welcome diversification. Just think of scavenging and hunting hordes in abandoned skyscrapers and cruising along miles of abandoned streets. It would be really cool. Number 4. New types of freakers. There are a lot of different types of freakers in Days Gone, all posing different levels of threat and requiring different approaches to defeat them. Of course, it would be a natural progression to include new types of freakers in a sequel to the game, and there is already ample groundwork laid for this to happen. Now, this is somewhat of a spoiler for the end of Days Gone, so if you don't want to know it, then skip to this timecode. Nope, not that, this. It's revealed at the end of the game that O'Brien is actually a new type of freaker. The freakers have been evolving, now to the point where there is a subsection of them who maintain their former human lucidity. This already provides overt setup for a sequel to the game as it is, and these new evolved freakers would make for obvious enemies to fight in such a game. They could even have communities and camps of their own, going to war with the human communities. Among these evolved freakers, there could also be a diverse range of types, each posing different challenges for the player. Number 3. A look at how the Freaker virus has affected other parts of the world. It would be interesting to see how other countries have been changed or destroyed by the Freaker virus. Perhaps there have even been some places that have coped better than America and still maintain some semblance of civilization. Perhaps there could be some countries, or parts of America, which have not even been hit by the virus, and thus are very protective over their resources and security. This could make for an interesting story dynamic, and potentially make for some cool missions, infiltrating such communities for example, and perhaps stealing their resources, or acting as a smuggler who trades supplies with black market dealers on the inside of these communities, and brings such supplies back to the outside camps for payment. Number 2. Some kind of wonder weapon. The inclusion of wonder weapons in Call of Duty Zombies is one of the most fun features of those games. Now, I'm certainly not suggesting that anything near the same level of power be granted in a Days Gone game. It wouldn't be appropriate. However, perhaps some kind of special weapon that it takes a long time to unlock and requires the completion of a lot of side missions to find would be good. It could wipe out large crowds of freakers at a time and be in the arsenal as a last resort weapon to get a player out of being cornered when there's nowhere else to go. It could perhaps only be used once per allotted period of time, as not to make the player too overpowered. Such a weapon could take the form of an experimental military gun or bomb, or a freaker-specific device which disperses a gas or toxin to kill all freakers close by, developed by Nero before they lost or abandoned the technology in the chaos of the apocalypse. Number 1. A look at Nero's headquarters and setup. It's alluded to at certain points in the game that Nero's headquarters is far more secured and luxurious than the rest of the world. They have multiple functioning helicopters, ample research and military technology, armies of guards and teams of scientists working in the field to research the virus. But at no point in the game is Nero's headquarters revealed to us, cultivating curiosity about its location and condition, etc. It would be good to see or visit the Nero headquarters, being given missions to do there. Perhaps Nero could end up being a new enemy to fight. The seeds for conflict with them have already been planted at the end of the first Days Gone game in Deacon's final scene with O'Brien. There is also mention of resentment towards Nero from the rest of the populace living out in the harsh, freaker-infested world, as Nero employees are kept in secure, modern habitation with access to technology and supplies not granted to anyone else. So there we are. That's that list of things. What do you think of it? Would you like to see this kind of stuff in a Days Gone sequel? Do you disagree with any items in the list? Do you have your own suggestions to add? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more videos like this, and a variety of other gaming videos as well, and click the bell end to receive alerts of when the next video is posted. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.